Did you know that in Canada, it's illegal to have more than 80 milliliters of alcohol per centiliter of blood in your body within 2 hours of ceasing to operate a motor vehicle? I'm going to take a look at that today on Don't Talk TV. Hello, my name is Nicholas Wansbutter. I'm a criminal defense lawyer in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, and welcome to Don't Talk TV. As I mentioned in Monday's episode, I'm extremely busy this week with a number of trials, so I just had time for a couple of quick episodes, and with the approaching May 2-4 weekend, I thought it'd be a good idea to look at some of Canada's impaired driving laws. Today, what I want to look at are the provisions of the criminal code that criminalize drinking alcohol after you've stopped operating your motor vehicle. Yes, you heard that right. That is the law. So let's take a look at that. So in 2018, the Cannabis Act was passed, but at the same time, Bill C-46 was also passed that made sweeping changes to the criminal code. And these were presented as strengthening the criminal code to allay concerns from the anti-cannabis lobby who were upset over cannabis being decriminalized. Bill C-46 deleted sections 249 to 261, which previously covered impaired driving type offenses, and replaced them with section 320. So section 320.14 sub 1 says everyone commits an offense who, sub B, subject to section 5, has within 2 hours after ceasing to operate a conveyance a blood alcohol concentration that is equal to or exceeds 80 milligrams of alcohol in 100 milliliters of blood. Or C, subject to subsection 6, has within 2 hours after ceasing to operate a conveyance a blood drug concentration that is equal to or exceeds the blood drug concentration for the drug that is prescribed by regulation. And then the exceptions in under subsection 5, if you are able to prove that you had no reasonable expectation that you would be required to provide a sample of breath or blood. So this section is highly problematic. To my knowledge, there have not been charter challenges of this yet at an appellate level. Locally in Stratford, I have not seen the police use these sections, but it's clearly problematic that they're making it a crime to be drunk in your own home up to 2 hours after stopping to operate your motor vehicle, and with no intention of ever operating it again. Now, the reason this was brought in is to stop people from racing home, going home and chugging a bunch of alcohol to mess up their numbers if the police are chasing them, but this is a classic situation of casting too broad a net. I think reversing the onus and putting an onus on the accused person to prove that they had no expectation that the police would make them blow into a breathalyzer is most likely unconstitutional. I certainly look forward to an opportunity to challenge this in court myself. But in the meantime, it is worth keeping in mind that this is the law, and you should be cautious about drinking within 2 hours of returning home in your motor vehicle. But also keep in mind that you never have an obligation to answer the door to your house. So you may want to consider that if you came home, had no intention of going out again, and decided to have a couple beers while watching the hockey game, if it's still within 2 hours of you stopping driving your car and you hear a knock on the door, you may want to consider not answering the door. That would be perfectly legal, and I refer back to episode 1 of Don't Talk TV for more detail on that. This video itself is not legal advice. If you need legal advice, please contact a lawyer. You can call another lawyer or myself. My 1-855 number and website are listed below. If you have any ideas of show topics that you'd like to see me cover, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you found this video helpful or informative, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and follow me on social media, including Twitter and Facebook.